A couple of days ago, I felt the worst I've ever felt in like my entire life. Like, I wish I was exaggerating, but I never want to feel like that again. For some more context, I was flying home after dipping from the country for a bit. And it was really important for me to make my flight because I had a connection. I didn't start off good because I had to go through a snowstorm in order to get to the airport. So my day was already like, wow, this is not going the best. But I make it right at my gate. I think everything's going well. Until I was, to be fair, I was on the phone. But, like, I was right next to the gate, like, looking at it. And somehow, I missed the flight. Oh, my gosh. Please no more. Please don't do this. Please? Okay. That's fine. Like, I've never missed a flight before. Like, I need you guys to understand that my dad is a pilot. Okay? Like, this does not happen. I do not miss a flight. But I did. Like, oh my gosh. It was so, like, I knew in that moment, like, oh no. Like, this is gonna be bad. And I didn't realize I missed the flight. Like, I thought it was just delayed because there was a snowstorm. So I'm like, no, there's no way that this actually happened. But I go up to the lady a bit after, like, the final boarding should have been called, right? And I'm like, hey, so what's up with my flight? And she's like, oh, that was gone. I called your name. Like, I don't know why, but she seemed like really angry at me because she was like, I called you like multiple times. Like, you shouldn't have been wearing those headphones. Which, but I have like the most obnoxious, like the pink, like Razer cat ear headphones. Like, oh my gosh. I wear them so much that like the shame has like died down. But it's just like everybody knows, like that's such like a gamer thing to be wearing. Like, I feel like it's not like you're a regular person with Bluetooth headphones. But regardless. But she tells me that, you missed the flight. And I am so sad. Like, I immediately, like, I take a couple steps back. And I turn to go to the bathroom. And just the tears. Like, it just had never happened to me before. And because it was late at night, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, there's not that many like flights, and the flight path that I was already gonna do had a connection. So I'm like, damn, like what is happening? And I tried to figure it out. Like, I talked to the lady, and she ended up telling me like, oh, like our airline's next flight is tomorrow. And so I'm like, what? Like, I cannot be staying here waiting for the next day. Like I'm in an unknown place. Like, I'm gonna have to get a hotel, a taxi. Like, that's gonna cost a bunch of money, like, and time. And, like, I don't know. It's just never happened to me before. And I'm freaking out. Luckily, my dad helped me figure everything out. Thank you, Dad. You're the best. And then I had a new flight with a connection. So I'm like, okay, everything is chilling. Like, I think that's the end of it. Like, life should be going good now, right? And so I get on my first flight, everything is chill, everything is fine. It was a little bit delayed, but like, no big deal, like everything is chilling. Until I realize that, oh wait, I'm on a plane right now that has a connection, and the first plane was delayed. And sometimes they have this thing where your plane is like the connection. Oh my god, okay, we gotta be careful of gravel. But sometimes the plane that you're in is the same plane that you're gonna do the connection with, but this was not that situation at all. But this was a different plane. So I'm trying to strategize, like, see, because when I'm talking about a tight deadline, I'm saying like I have to get out of this plane. Like, this plane needs to land, and I need to be there like at the next plane in 15 minutes. And if you've ever been on a plane before, you know that the plane takes a while to let you out. Like, you land, but you don't immediately get out, right? And so I'm thinking, like, I'm literally pulling up, because luckily I had Wi-Fi on the plane. I think it was like Delta or something. And I'm just searching the maps. I'm writing to ChatGPT, like, how, like, can I make this? How do I do this? Like, I tell the flight attendants, like, I'm trying my best to make this, because I know that otherwise I'm going to be stuck here. Like, I'm going to have to stay in a hotel. Like, no, I do not want to do that. I'm going to be in an unknown place, alone, scared. I don't want to be doing all that. Also, I lost where the base is. Like, where am I right now? How did I get lost? Regardless, when we land, I'm telling, it did not take 15. Like, it took, like, it was relative. Like, my chances, like, final boarding had already closed by the time I left the plane and got into the airport. Like, it was bad. But I'm still holding out hope because this is my only chance. Ow. Anyways, my heart is racing. And so, conveniently, ChatGPT had told me, like, hey, you need to talk to, like, the gate person. And so I run out and I tell them, like, hey, please, like, I just got off this plane. My plane should have been boarding, like, right now. Like, it's at this gate. Like, can you help me? He asked me, like, the gate and the door. And this guy just looks at me. He asks me for the gate and the door again. And just says, run. And so, you know, I'm booking it, bro. Like, oh my God. I have never ran so fast. And keep in mind, I'm not athletic. I don't run, okay? And I have a heavy backpack. I have a suitcase. And I'm booking it. Like, my lungs were on fire. And I had to go downstairs to get on sort of this, like, train thing to take me to, like, the gate. Because apparently, like, the airport was a bit separated. I'm just carrying this suitcase down the stairs as fast as I can. Which, you know, honestly, there was no point to. Because, like, I had to wait for the train thing anyways. But I'm on the train for, like, 5 minutes. And I realized that while I was running, there's some people that were also running. But I assume it's, like, an airport or, like, whatever. But they're also, like, on this train thing. And so when the train doors open, I book it. Like, but I don't pay that much attention to it. Right? Because I'm focused on the one goal of making it to my plane. The doors open and I am gone. Like, I go up the escalators. These are 2 floors. Like, you know, some escalators are like 1 floor. Like, no, this was like a 2-floor escalator thing. And I am carrying my suitcase up it. Like, I'm literally, you can just hear it going like bam, bam, bam. Like, I'm hitting the suitcase on every step because I'm just trying to go as fast as humanly possible. And I was already out of breath from before, and that killed me. Like, carrying that heavy suitcase was so hard. Like, it is the most, like, you know, like, I've done a weightlifting once or twice. That in that moment, that suitcase was the heaviest thing ever. Oh my gosh. And I was lucky because there's this one guy who actually lifted the bottom of my, like, while I'm going up, this guy goes behind me, like this, like, older person, like this, like, older guy, like 60 years old or something, and he lifts it so that it's easy for me to go, and he goes, go, 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 and then at the end he says, good luck, and then I dashing, oh my gosh. And when I tell you, like, at the start, how I mentioned, it is the worst I've ever felt. Like, for context, there was this one time it was COVID, and I ran with a mask on. And what happens when you do that is that you can't breathe properly. Like, there's not enough oxygen that gets to your brain while you're, like, running, right? But I was missing the school bus. So I'm running. I get in, still with my mask on. I'm chilling, still with my mask on. And I felt terrible. Like, actually so terrible. And I ended up passing out. Like, on the bus. To the point that, like, I just remember, like, feeling really bad. And then they took me to an ambulance, like, at the school. And I'm just like, what the flip? But yeah, point is, like, I know what it feels like to feel to the point that you're going to pass out, right? Because that happened to me before because of, like, the lack of oxygen. So I'm carrying this suitcase and I'm like, I feel myself, like, I get that feeling like, oh no, like, I'm going to pass out. Like, I can taste blood, which I think that has to do something with, like, the capillaries in your lungs or something. But yeah, but basically, to the point where I start slowing down. Like, I start walking at this point because I can't keep going. I'm going to pass out. And the lady that I noticed, like, on the train, she asked me, like, hey, like, what's your gate? Like, what's your door, right? And so I tell her, and then she keeps going. And at this point, I can't even pay attention to that because I am, like, I need water. Like, I walk over to this, like, the nearest gate. And they had a bunch of, like, empty, like, you know, like, when you have a water bottle, there's, like, these plastic wrappings on them when there's, like, a bunch. There was, like, a huge, like, a bunch of wrappings. And so I'm like, they gotta have water. And so I'm like, I talk to the gate person, and I tell him, like, hey, do you have some water, please? And they did not. They had no water. Oh my gosh. So let's try to light up the roof a bit. I asked them where the nearest water fountain is. And they said it's like behind me. And I'm like, no, like I'm just trying to make it to my gate. Like this is all for the gate. Like I can't go back. And so I'm just like, never mind. And I just like, I keep walking forward. And at any point, I'm thinking like, I'm just gonna like, I'm like about to give up. Like my body cannot do this. My body cannot take this. Until finally, like I see the Holy Grail. There was just this random water fountain and I have never drank so much water. Like it has never felt so good. Oh my gosh. And it honestly, like I think if I didn't have that water, I would have passed out in the airport. Like I just would have. But because I had that water, oh my gosh, I was able to keep going. Like keep on walking. And eventually, I walk over to the gate. And luckily, that lady that had passed by me, she was actually on the same plane as me. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, okay, nope. Hello, friend. Oh my god, there's two of you. Yes, fight. You guys do that. You guys have fun with that. Oh my god, a third one? Oh! Yo, guys, can we... Oh, another... What is happening in this game right now? Oh my gosh. Guys, life is crazy. Life is a movie. Okay, great. Anyways, she had told the people to hold the gate because I was coming. And that is just so nice. Like, I just felt so thankful. Like, at the end of it. Oh my gosh, I'm not thankful for you. But I was just so thankful because these people helped me. Like, I don't know. It was just a really, like a faith in humanity moment for me, because it was like these people didn't know me. They owed me nothing. And like from that older guy to like the random couple and the lady that stopped, like it was awesome. So yeah, you'd think that'd be the end of the story, right? Like you think like, yeah, you missed a plane and whatever, and then you get on the plane and then you go home, right? You think that'd be the end of it. But once I get on the plane, and I'm so glad I did, which it took me so long to recover from that. Like I still felt terrible for like 30 minutes after. Like when I tell you that it was bad, trust me, it was bad. But that's just, I gotta get my cardio up, But I'm thinking everything from now on is gonna be great. Like everything's gonna be okay. As we're starting to land, like we're going down in the plane, I just see a bunch of fog anywhere, like everywhere. I just see a bunch of fog everywhere. Like it feels like we're in a cloud, because there's just like so much, like it was really hard to tell, right? But I could like feel like the captain had announced we were like gonna start descending, and then I could feel the plane kind of like descend, right? And so I've never been in a situation where it's foggy and you land. So I'm gonna be honest, I was a little scared. I was a little nervous. But I think everything is fine until I feel the plane like come up again. Like I can feel that we start like ascending. And so I'm like, that's not good. Like we were supposed to be landing. I'm like, what is happening? And then I see, because I had a little screen, so on the map, I see that the plane, it's like doing like a U around the airport. Like we're literally U-turning. And I'm like, what? Like I was like, I'm dead. Like I'm just dying. Goodbye. Like I was convinced that like it's over. Like this whole situation, like I've had a terrible day so far. Life is not going good. And then the captain announces that we're gonna go to a nearby airport because this one is too foggy. And so I'm like, okay, phew. I mean that like my parents are gonna have to pick me up somewhere else now, but like whatever, right? Like at least I know what's happening. Everything's good. And then we're able to land in the other airport and everything is okay. Or at least you think that'd be where it ended again. Because when we land, the captain or the crew or whoever that was talking tells us that because we went to the next airport, they weren't expecting us and everybody went home. Like they literally weren't there. Like keep in mind, it's like pretty late, like it's 2 a.m. or something, maybe 3. Like, so I understand, But what do you mean people weren't there? Like, what do you mean everyone went home? Like, I guess it was, like, the airline, like, the workers from the airline, because, like, there were no more flights at that time. But we were stuck there, just waiting. Like, they were like, yeah, we called somebody. We're just gonna have to see if, like, we're just gonna have to wait for somebody to, like, open, like, the gate for us so we can get out of the plane. And I was like, nah, bruh. Everything has gone wrong. From the drive, from the flight 1 to the flight 2 to the landing to, like, the airport. Like, I was like, holy crap. But you know what? Eventually, somebody lets me out of this wild ride, and I get to go home. So the lesson of the story, oh my god, please don't die. The lesson of the story is don't miss your flights, kids. Because you might end up going on like a 5-hour journey where you fear for your life, both physically and mentally. And it was just a rough time. But yeah, that was the crazy story. That's what happened. It's honestly just one of the most, it's just funny how everything went wrong. But that was the story that I was going to tell you guys. That I told you guys I was going to tell you last episode. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys have noticed, which, by the way, I just told this crazy story, but hey, I'm VM. I do these episodes every week, but I changed. I had Fulbright on before, but honestly, I looked at it and I just didn't like how it looked, so I went back to basic vanilla. But now I have to like light up everything. But yeah, traveling, like, I love traveling. It's so fun to go to different places, but man, it is very interesting sometimes. I'm sorry that I haven't been as active. It's because I've been traveling, not just from this trip, but I've had like a couple other trips. But I'm still alive. I'm still here. Don't worry, I'm grinding. But that was just like a really fun story that I wanted to tell you guys. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I know it was a bit shorter than usual probably, but I really wanted to tell you guys the story. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'm really happy that I got to talk to you guys again. So that was the BM break, and I'll see you guys next week.